And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the March 29th edition of Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing today? If this is your first time here, or if you've been here a while, you know what we need out of you. We need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. So I haven't even looked at the weather because that's what happens on spring break. I don't need to go outside, so I don't pay attention. I know I'll go out later. And I know storms are coming, but yeah, it's cold. It's cold. Feels like it's below freezing. That's all I needed to know. So we'll just continue to drink our warm coffee and call it a day. It's also Good Friday, where I know a good handful of people that have it off today. So if you are off today, what are you doing? And weekend, this is Easter weekend. That came out weird. It's Easter weekend. So, what are your plans for Easter? What do you guys got going on this weekend? But before we get into all that, most important thing, 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So for us, we have DTF transfers and UV DTF stickers that need to get done. We've got supplies that need to be ordered. We've got invoicing that needs to get done. We've got mock-ups to send out, and we've got to update the website. So those are the top 5 things that we need to get done today. So I can't wait to hear what your 5 things are. Now, if I'm noticing something up in my little status bar, there it looks like Facebook is having an issue. So if you are experiencing an issue on Facebook where it's not coming through, just head right over here, fatdadcd.com. That will get you into our link tree, and then you'll be able to click on the link to get into our show. So go there, check that out. But I can see that that's having an issue as well. We got a big day. We got lots to talk about. Check in because there were some happenings last night that turned sublimation world on its head. So we can talk a little bit about that. We've got Easter weekend that we can talk about. We got our mentorship community, which, hey, we've in month 2, and we're moving right along with that. There's a sale this weekend, so, it's the last weekend for that, and we'll go from there. So let's check in and see how people are doing. Darren, good morning to you, my friend. Happy Friday with my Sunday this week. Yes, Friday, so your Monday starts tomorrow. 51 and sunny there in Topeka. Mountain Dew with emergency in the cup. Oof. Trying to fend something off. 5 things. Solo stove pickup. That turned out pretty damn good. I will give that to you. Very what's the word? Very ingenious. Is that the word I'm looking for? Where you had to build it up to be able to fit it in there. I like it. Laser tumblers, laser patches, apply said patches. Print shirts, work on bullet clocks, maybe go see Dune. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad day at all. Tim, good morning to you. Tim from Toledo, where it's 33 on the way to 55. Aussie lemonade monster to drink. That's a new one for you, Tim. Tim's got a tent job at 9. He's got finish 7 Toledo mob hats. 3, he's going to add Chipley Story closed into square. 4, continue the down for the ride hats. And 5, check on Stay Shady catalog for Chipley. Very nice. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Where it is sunny there in Central Florida, 54 with a high 77. No water, working on laser designs, ready for a busy weekend with Easter. It is a lot busy. Sarah, good morning to you, 31 and mostly sunny, coffee in the cup. Hello all from Jerry, tea in the cup, 43 degrees in Ohio, and sunny. 5 things, go to the store, meet friends for lunch, finish embroidery jobs, clean up emails, finish new customer info. I love it, Jerry. I love that. Now something... So typically for Fridays, I try to make it lighter days because of throughout the week things come on. So this is the day I use for meetings. This is the day that I try and get things squared away. And with that, it becomes an opportunity for me to, not have so much on my plate. So like a lot of this stuff, I plan on having most everything done here by noon. So that way I can go into a couple other things. We're going to work on scheduling everything for next month. So we've got the Tuesday with Todd's to schedule, which going through those next week on Tuesday with Todd, we're going to talk about setting up an Equid store from scratch for those that want to set up fundraisers. I'm going to show you, a quick, simple, easy way to do that. So we're going to build a store from scratch. I'm going to do a decal fundraising store, so that way you guys can see how I set it up because I've already got stuff ready to go for that one. We've got that. Then the following week, we'll have Bob in here with marketing. I've actually got a meeting with Bob on Monday to make sure we get squared away on that. And then I think we've got Sarah the following week bringing in talking about more Canva stuff, which had something else to talk about. Did we touch on that? The Canva buying affinity and where that falls in line with stuff. It looks like currently, the affinity, as long as you have it, it will not become subscription based. It looks like they're going to keep them, side by side for a while, not a full on merger. So it also does not look like it's going to be included in Canva in your monthly thing quite yet. So, what's your thoughts on all of that? So then we've got Sarah with that, and then we're going to have a special thing coming up out here towards the end of the month where we're going to talk about promo items and how you can sell promo items at no cost to you. You don't have to do anything except drive traffic to it. So that's going to be, as we get closer to that, we'll talk about that and get some more stuff going. So let's continue to check in and see what we got here. Yeah, what the heck about that bomb dropping? A lot of lost jobs. Their live today should be interesting. Yeah, it will be pretty interesting. And what Darren's talking about is, if you don't know, if you didn't hear the rumblings, Condi is closing. So Condi is one of the leaders in sublimation. They've been at it for 30 plus years, and they're no longer going to be in business. What do I know? I know some things that I won't talk about in a public setting until those things are made public. But what I know as far as factual, David was ready to retire. This is not new. He's been talking about it for a while. I think we talked about it 2 years ago in Atlanta when we judged together. So it's not something new. I shopped the business around, couldn't find somebody that was qualified to take it over. And what does that mean? While I don't know, what I believe that means is he wanted somebody that was going to keep the company together, that would be able to, to see it grow, take it to the next step, as opposed to just somebody coming in and buying, basically buying the name, gutting it, and folding it in their own business. Because with that, somebody's just buying it, and everybody's losing jobs. So you might as well, if you're going to do that, just close it down, right? So, reasons for it. Well, now, why is it? He wants to retire, couldn't find a buyer for it. That's all we know for factual. Do we have some inklings as to why? I do. What I believe, and this is something that we have talked about, in length, is the influx of these smaller vendors bringing in stuff from China. They're buying it through Alibaba. They're buying it from Temu. They're not even going factory direct. But they're bringing in smaller quantities of stuff, and they're not making nearly as much. Their prices are lower, but what we're going to quickly find out is, we're the first ones that tell our suppliers they're too much, and we want to go find it somewhere else. But that somewhere else, are they providing you the education that you need? And so that's something to consider. Yes, I know I can get things cheaper through Alibaba, through Temu, than I do through JP Plus, JDS, and Condi. I know I can, but I'm not getting that support after the sales, and that's something to really consider when you're buying from these. Now, there are the smaller mom and pop places that are offering that, but I bought a sublimation tumbler off a smaller mom and pop one because that's what Corey gets her regular tumblers from, and it was a horrible experience because they wanted you to pay for the template of their tumbler. Like, what? That's just, it just boggles my mind that they have something like that. So it'll be interesting to see how this all shakes up, and where it looks at today. But that was last night. Condi put out that they are in fact closing down. But if you're interested in buying, you can go there with it. Jenny, good morning to you. 32 and chilly this morning in northern Indiana. Headed to 52, so I'll take it. Water in the cup. I just got a thing that came across that said crazy storms and hail tonight. So that means you will have that tonight and tomorrow as well. Linda, morning, hot tea in the cup. 5 things. Work on a few soccer orders, post photos online, process photo orders. Love it. And design and order photo baseball. Ooh. Linda, I'm going to try some stuff. I got some UV DTF that I'm going to, probably by Monday, I'm going to do like some little stickers and see if I can put those on a baseball and see how that works. We're gonna try that out. That just gave me an idea. UV DTF on baseball. And for those that want to try out UV DTF, this is your last weekend to save. You can use the code UV20 and save 20%, and that's orders through Sunday. Jeff, good morning to you. Darren, do you mean the 4:30 live? Bo is on vacation. Wonder who will run it. I don't know. Inmates run when they sound. There's a lot of internal things that I'm hearing, and it's interesting to say. For fact, if you're in our mentorship community, I actually posted the things that I've seen and that people have sent to me over there. So another reason to be in the mentorship community. While there's a lot of that we can talk about, in the public setting, there's a lot we can't. And that's what we use that private setting for. It's only $20 a month. Like, it's the inside scoop for $20. You might as well get it. Sarah's got her stuff going on. She's got new swag link added to her site, invoicing, purchasing, set up next month's social media, 5 processed stores that closed. Very nice, productive day for you. Chuck, don't know if there'll be a live if Bo's still there, right? We don't know. I'm surprised his kids didn't take it over, but he deserves his retirement. Kudos to him. Yeah, he's lived a full, he's had a great career there. And we talked about retirement, a couple of years ago, and he said it was on the horizon and what he wanted to do. And yeah, that's why I said I think there's a lot more to it than that. But time will tell and see how it all plays out. But if you're at Condi, who do you go to now? So when you look at other, when you look at other ones there, you've got JP Plus, you've got JDS, you've got Sublimation 101, you've got Coastal. Those are going to be your I'd probably say your biggest of the big players left. If I'm missing anybody, you guys will let me know in the comments for sure on that. Barb, good morning to you from North Central Minnesota. 24, snow possible today, cloudy. It just seems like an occurrence more and more lately, snow. Water in the cup. Barb's 5 things. April budget review, prep dance uniforms and t-shirts for quilt back. Will come advanced digitizing class from 1 to 3. Pack orders, scheduling for next week. Look at it. We're rocking it out on this Friday. Jeff's checking in where it's 48 and sunny there in northern Kentucky. 5 things. He's going to cut, pack, ship, pay car tags, get new products loaded on the website. Very nice. Lynn says, I will show one in the mentor group. Ooh, is it the UV DTF that you put on it? Yeah. Rena, good morning to you. I thought about wearing a red hoodie this morning. I thought I'd bring Rena back around, but I didn't need to. She just showed up on her own. Michelle, finished 2 hat orders by noon, then day drinking. Happy Easter weekend. Michelle? Oh, Michelle, I love you. I really do. Do you want to get married? I mean, that's just perfect. Like, F it Friday. We're getting stuff done and we're drinking. Good job. You deserve it. It's been a long week. And Cindy, your new sublimation printer just came from Condi last week. I should have known you were getting the sublimation printer, because I would have given you our discount code for Condi, which, that's another affiliate that we have that, no longer good. So I'll have to find an affiliate that replaces that one. Yep. I forgot to add my sample pack with my order yesterday. Good job, Tim. Good job. Tim, we'll, when it comes time for your next order, just remind me and we'll get you taken care of on that. So this is what we got. What's the last? For work days, real work days, even though I know some of us will work tomorrow and some of us will work Sunday, it is, the last work day of the first quarter. So when we're looking back, how was the first quarter for you? Looking back for us, it was slow. It was slower than normal. And when I say slower than normal, it ended up being just a tad under 20,000 slower than normal. So yeah, that's a big nice hit. 20,000 is slower than normal. So we've got to readjust some things going into the second quarter. We're seeing we're going to reach out in a farther distance to ones that we had traditionally done, because that's when we were going through it. That's where a lot of those missing sales came from. It was things that had closed, things that were canceled, things that just stopped doing. And then we had a couple where new people were voted in, and a lot of that happens when new people are voted in. They already have somebody in mind that they're going to do stuff, so you lose out on that. So our second quarter, we'll talk goals on Monday or on Wednesday. We'll talk goals about second quarter, and that I'll put the link in Monday's show, and so we can get on track for our second quarter goals, because ours are going to change with what we're doing, how things are doing, even what we planned out for the year. That's the great thing about setting goals. You can see, as you're achieving them, if you're not getting there, do we got to move it from here? Do we got to do this? Stay very fluid with that. It doesn't have to be a hard set. This is what we're going to do, and this is why we're going to do it. This is what we're going to do, and this is why we're going to do it. But if there's things that come up along the way, then those are things that might have to be adjusted. When we're looking at this, and we've got the three arms of the business: the retail side, the wholesale side, and then the mentorship community. Which one is the most important to me to grow? Well, if we can maintain on our wholesale side, which means don't lose any more customers, and the ones that we've lost, it's because price. They're going somewhere else for price, and I'm fine with that. We have our stuff priced at so that way we can make money and make a living and have a business, not a hobby. But I do know there will be a price adjustment, and I do believe that price adjustment is going to bring the prices down just a tad on the DTF side of things. So not super, but we're actively working to get materials in at a more economical price, so that way we're able to do it. That's all part of working with your vendors. Say, hey, here's what we've done, here's what's going on in the market, what can we do, and how can we work together on this? So that could be updated as soon as the 1st, as soon as Monday. So pay attention. And on the retail side of it, that's a slow burn. We haven't done a whole lot on the retail side as far as pushing for new customers, but we've been asked for new things. So we are going to do our best to offer one new product a week through there. The things that are easy for us are the signage. I think there's 5 signs that are in queue for to be painted, and then once those get painted, those can get listed on the sites. There's some other keychain stuff that's listed on there, some bag tags that'll be listed. So those are just hey, they're there for it. It's to keep that name out there. Where I'm going to really focus is on that mentorship community, is growing that mentorship community, because I'd like to see a lot of people in there. I think that, if there's anybody that can attest to it, doing well, it's our members. Can tell us hey, what they're getting out of it. So I'm really excited about that one, and that's going to focus our goals. So in the mentorship community, we're going to talk a little more about that, sure, today, amongst some other things. So pretty excited and to see how things are for it. Let's see. Rena, I haven't looked into my numbers, but yes, I feel like my first quarter was also slower. I looked at my numbers. We were like 30 grand down from where we were, and just a few weeks ago, and now we were able to get some of that back, and just under 20. It was just under 20 is what we were off from. And like I said, I have no problem talking numbers with people. I know I shouldn't do it a whole lot. I'm doing it a lot more in the mentorship side of things when people ask, but yeah, it was slower than normal, and that's why we were just trying to figure out and start to go through and be like, oh, well, this event was canceled. Oh, this event was postponed. This event was moved. This event has new people in charge of it. This place lost its facility. This place closed down, and it was just there was a few decent sized ones, but it was a lot of little stuff. And then when we talked to some of our, because we reached out to people where we traditionally saw, hey, they were, selling this month with it. And we had a couple people that, were doing, I'd say anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a month with us in DTF transfers. 2 of them got new machines. They got their own machines. So what happens, right? We get them to a point of, tell them, when you get to this point, this is where you should probably really start looking at if viable for you to bring in the house. Well, when you have 2 people that are averaging $2,000 a month, and so there's 4, there's 8, there's 12,000 right there. Just that's always having your stuff in one basket, that can really hurt you if something goes there. So reaching out to some of our other ones, they were slow. They didn't sell as much as they had the year before. They said the money is tight for people to get off of, and we're seeing that as well. So I ask you, on your businesses, how have you seen it? I know a ton of people who have had massive growth, which is awesome for them. They found something, they stuck with it, and they kept pushing at it. And that's what you do. When you start having declines, you look. The business cycle is a roller coaster. It's not always straight up to the moon, and it's not always straight down. There's a roller coaster. You'll have days that are good. You'll have days that are bad. And that's where you look at your numbers, you set your goals, and you keep pushing through with it. Angela, good morning to you. How are you doing today? Jeffrey, I said last year that this was my I have to do it well or shift a gear. First quarter has been my biggest ever. Way to go, Jeff. Off to a great start, at least. Laser probably won't come into play till third quarter. Very, very nice. Hold on, I'm going to take a sip here. good for you, Jeff. And that's the thing is you're focusing on your stuff. Like us, we had a bad fourth quarter. We had 3 weeks of technical glitches on the website of orders not coming through, things not pushing out, and that started when we went on vacation. So, to be out to sea and not be able to do things and have to issue refunds and have to issue I'm sorries and have to do that, we lost business from that. That was going right into the first week of December, which is traditionally our busiest time, and we took a big hit on it. And it was building back from that. How can we do it? How can we get stuff? Keep pushing from it. And so that's what we're going to do. We figured out what the problem was. Now, how can we solve it? Over the vanilla ice. If there's a problem, we'll solve it. That's what we're going to do. So we looked at things, and we're changing the way that we're doing some stuff, maybe moving a little here. We're going to pick up more on the marketing side of things to help build it. And like I said, my big focus is maintain on wholesale. We'll still pick up, for your. What I learned over this quarter is a lot of people don't realize that we do more than DTF. In February or in March here, we brought in UV DTF, so we have that. The signs, the banners, the decals. People didn't know that we do it because we don't talk about it enough. So I need to create that marketing effort to make sure people know that we do all of this stuff. On the retail side of it, as we drop new things, that needs to become available for it. We got questions that even on like the ready to press transfers, if they're ready to go with shirts. Well, I already have the transfer. I already have the mock-up there. So I need to be adding those to the site so that way we can sell the finished garments of it too. And that's, the retail side of it. My main focus, is, especially the second quarter, because that's what I want to do is I want to double our membership. I want to go from, the 20 members that we have to at least 40 in the second quarter. So that's the goal. And then I would like to take that and then double it again. And then, that's the goal. Having 100 in there by the end of the year, you guys can help with that. So, you pre-ordered the Mirror 9. Look at you, stud. I was wondering how the DTF is working for you lately. I feel like I get an email every day from new vendors. Yeah. So DTF, for the most part, is doing well. It did slow down. But the reason that we saw is we haven't done any marketing for DTF since November. So everything that we've had is existing customers, word of mouth, maybe getting tagged in a post here and there. As far as marketing efforts for it, we haven't done anything with it. And that's where staying with that maintaining of it. There's new printers every day. All you have to do is, who's a DTF printer in my area? And there's a ton of people that are printing off converted printers that think they're a printer, that are selling dirt cheap, that aren't making any money off of it, that are shedding tears, and they just don't get it, and that's why. On a converted printer, you should be selling minimum, $7 a square foot, because you're only printing 7 square feet an hour. Like, that's it. Maybe on a good day, you can get 10. So, when you're selling below $3 a square foot, you're not making any money. You can only produce 7 of them. You're selling at $3 a square foot. That's $21 you made that hour. Oh, no, you didn't. That's $21 you collected. How now pay for your supplies. Now pay for everything. Was it worth it? No. And so we're seeing that. We're seeing people that are doing that. We're seeing people that are getting into, the smaller ones. We will have links for machines here soon, for both UV and regular DTF. We are working with our supplier, and they said, well, what can we do on this? Because that's kind of what we've done a lot of. We've helped people build their business on the eco-solvent side of things. Here, let us print for you. Let's build this until where you need it, and it can pay for a payment for yourself, or you can buy outright. Here's who we use for our used equipment. Here's who we use for new equipment. Here's everything that you can go through and do, and then they graduate on. So we get them sales, we get them build up, then they move on and buy their own machine. Now we have somebody else in our network that if something happens, hey, can you help us out with this? They're like, absolutely. You helped me when I was starting off. So if we can repay the favor, it works out really well. I've lost count the amount of people over the years that we've gotten into machines, and now we're, do the same thing on the DTF side of it. And hey, yeah, they'll be an affiliate. We'll get paid for it, but is there anything wrong with that? I'm only going to promote things to you that we use and things that I believe in. It's part of the affiliate program with it. So, pushing more of our affiliate stuff, pushing for the membership group, start marketing back up for the DTF. We'll get it all back there. Let's see. La 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 la. Oh, Rena, I also got my new sand carver delivered this week. I'm looking forward to playing with it. Ooh. So, what did you go with? And we can talk about that for a minute. When we got into sand carving, I got suckered in at NBM show. And I was looking, I'm like, wait a minute. So I have a blast cabinet. I have everything to do it. So what am I missing? The only thing I was really missing was the way to be able to create the templates. Why can't I think of that? The photoresist. So we bought that system to do it, and my biggest issue was just the amount of time that went into it, especially if it wasn't a production order, meaning there's many pieces, because you're cutting that, you're burning the paper or burning the resist, washing it out, doing all that. It just wasn't cost effective on it. So what I am going to try in the next order that I have from JP or JDS, I'm going to get the orange laser mask, because then I can laser that. I can put it on there, laser just how it would, and then come back and use the blast cabinet and blast it. So yeah, I need to. That's on my list of things to do. Well, here's the thing, Jerry. It's all by for her. She doesn't market that at all. She usually does. I don't know, every month and a half or so, a trip or two. Like right now, I know she's got one that's set up for May, and then I think there's two set up in May. So I think there's stuff for a girls trip, and I think there's set for a bachelorette party. But it's more of a hobby to her. It's a hobby that I spent way too much on, but it's a hobby, definitely not business side of it. It makes her happy, and that's what we do. So on the sign side of things, we did pretty good with the Easter stuff. I'm doing good with the spring signs, and so we'll just keep pushing after it. Uh, and Angel said, after breaking my sublimation printer while trying to clean it, I can't do anything in that area. But with restructuring, what I want for my business, it's okay. I'm slow and it takes me a while. Angela, we can print sub prints for you, so you don't even need a printer. Just saying, if you need sublimation prints, we can help you out with that. Not a problem at all. Ooh, you went in. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. We had a good time in their booth. I really the sand carving, the deep carve on it, the detail of the smoothness of it, the way that you can do layers with it. While laser, yes, can do glass. Sand carving just looks so much better on it. Jeff says, I've seen a lot of Tumblr's craft related biz are down or closing right now. Yeah, there is a ton of those. We saw, when COVID hit, the influx of COVID cash came in. The other things that came in is the ability to make it easier to buy from China with Alibaba and with Temu. So you saw a lot of people that, hey, why am I ordering from you when I can just order from China for half the cost? I'm waiting on it, but I can get it there. And so that's what they did. And then you had a lot of these craft people that started up their business, and a lot realized that it's not as much fun as what it seems like because of the effort that goes into it. It's easy to order stuff from China. It's hard to run a business that way, because for the best pricing, you want stuff, to come across on the boat. It can be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It can be 180 days out, just depending on what you're ordering and where it's coming from. So you have to be really preemptive with it and make sure you have it. And some just see that, the juice isn't with the squeeze on it, man. You putting a lot into it. Then you have the customer side of it, where people, or the customer service side of it. People want the questions, they have issues, and quickly they realize that it's not worth it. It's not for them. And so they move on to something else. The craft industry, to me, and maybe this is going to be a bad comparison, and I'm going to get yelled at for it and canceled from my crafting friends, but a lot of crafters in that small business area that are doing supplies remind me a lot of like the MLMs, right? Where they're in this one for so long, and then, okay, well, this one isn't doing what I need it to do, so then I move on to this one, and it goes there. Well, that one's not doing so well, so we move it into this one. Like for us, when we started up, we were doing enough of our own stuff, so when we went down to Starcraft Factory, we're like, hey, here's what we're ordering. They're like, well, if you want to become a vendor, you can. So we brought in the stuff to do it, and realized within like 30 days, this is not for us, because the amount that you made off of it, while it was profit, it's a tough profit because you need to replenish the stock with it. So there's not a whole lot there if you're not doing it on volume. And it just was like not our thing. So that's why everything that we had bought for that our initial order was things that we were able to use in house. So it wasn't an issue. But a lot of times it is an issue. You can't do it. You're coming off of it, and then so then they just fire sale it up and go to the next ones. Where they're and now we went from what do we got now? People that are going from tumblers, and now they're going into like the freshies, and then they're going into the sticker printers. There's just there's a lot of the ups and downs with it, and that's what we've seen. With COVID, the cash came in, they bought it. Now the cash went away. That disposable income has went away. It's an election year, so spending's usually down anyway. So where are things going to go? We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out with it. Yes, that's it. The laser mask and the blast. I'm down. I'm looking second quarter. I need to finish. I am at a standstill right now on finishing garage because I can't insulate because we know that there was a trash panda that got in there. We think we found the hole, and we put a camera on the hole, and now so we'll be able to see in the next 3 nights. If it doesn't go in and out, then we can at least seal it up, because I don't want to seal anything up and have a damn trash panda in my attic sealed up. That doesn't sound fun. So we'll see how it plays out. But then we can get into that, and then going through trying to figure out the layout of stuff, where we're going to put stuff, how things are going to go from there, because not everything may make it to the garage. Some stuff may stay down in this shop for it. That might become more of just a production area of the different stuff. We'll see how it all plays out. Our friend David is checking in. A quote of the day: some problems are like muddy puddles. The more you mess with it, the worse it gets. Not every problem needs to be addressed. Good morning, all. Absolutely. Like, sometimes you just hop over the puddle and just keep going. Other times you smash it and watch it splash over the person next to you and you laugh. Right? David's going to buy Condi, right? That's what I heard. I heard you and who else? You and Joseph. You and no. Who is it? Who did I say? Because I talked to. Now I got to look back and see, man. Now I got to look back and see who I said should have bought that. No, yeah, you and Joseph. Yeah, I said you and Joseph should go in on that, right? Go in on Condi and buy all that and mic it up. It is pretty nice, right? You got a nice. How's the Tesla treating you? Seen you scared the crap out of your wife. Good job, man. Good job. And we'll see you shortly, right? And thanks, David. Good morning to you. We'll see David in. Let me pull up the calendar and look and see, because we'll see David in 3 short weeks. 3 short weeks. We will see David over at DAX Chicago in Tinley Park. So DAX Chicago, Tinley Park starts in 3 weeks. The 18th is the training day. So they'll have a couple half-day things on it. But the show floor opens the 19th at 10 a.m., and that goes the 19th and 20th there in Tinley Park for DAX Chicago. Now, I think I might do a bingo card. Might do a bingo card of the different vendors I want you to check in with, and maybe have them sign. Just something fun for you to be able to go meet the vendors that we have good relations with, just to talk with them, see what they have to offer. Hopefully they can maybe work some things out with you if it's a service that you need. But I'm trying to figure that out. But that's coming up. It's coming up super quick. 3 weeks away, right? I'm just double checking. Because the 5th, the 12th, the 19th. Yeah, so 3 weeks away, Dave. We'll see you soon. Let me look at my stuff and see what we got here as we talk through stuff. Today was Good Friday, so we talked about that. People have it off. You working? I see, somebody day drinking. I don't see a problem with that. We talked about Condi. It's a big thing. That's gonna definitely shake up the market. So it'll be interesting to see if that pulls out. It is Easter weekend. So what's on your Easter menu? We did Easter last weekend with part of the family. This weekend, actually, Corey is going up to her grandparents' house on Saturday because they're putting it up for sale. So they're going to go up and go through it. And if there's anything that they want to to take to that sounds weird. Just take it. If there's anything they would like to acquire, they're going up there to do that. And then Sunday we'll do Easter here. I'm not even sure what I'm going to cook yet. And I went through a couple things on the menu, and I'm like, I haven't had a steak for a while. Some steaks sound good. And then I said, oh, we haven't done any chicken Phillies for a while. So I started making up a menu because I'm like, we'll go through stuff. We'll figure out what we're going to cook. But what's on your menu? Of course, I'll throw a ham somewhere. You can't have Easter without a ham, can you? Mentorship community. Like I said, that is not a month-to-month. Let me rephrase that. It is a month-to-month thing, but there is no commitment to it. So you can come in the month anytime. So if you started today on the 29th, your next payday is on the 29th of next month. You don't come in at the end of the month and lose out on it. It goes from date to date. Like I said, only $20. Head over here, fatdadcd.com. Get into our group over there. 20 bones will get you on that. Next week, Monday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, we've got Morning Mindset. Wednesday, we'll talk goals. We'll review kind of where we were for first quarter. I will make sure on Monday to post those links so that way you can get those in there. Wednesday, we will talk goals on it. Tuesday, we've got Tuesday with Todd, and we're going to be talking about how to build a fundraising store with Equid. I'm going to do single product. Actually, we're going to do a decal fundraiser. There's 4 different decals that we'll put in it. With Equid, as long as you keep that number under 5, it is free. So we will walk you through that on Tuesday. I've got to get everything set up for that and all the invites. And the way that you guys help me is, by inviting, by sharing. Sharing's caring, and it's free. Like, it's free for you to go over there and hit that like button. It's free for you to go turn on those notifications. It's free to turn on that bell. It's free to share. And sharing's caring, folks. Help me out, and I will help you out. And then we're finishing up with the last weekend for the UV DTF sale. So I think I have the little banner in here. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Nope. I have the one in here for the direct link for the mentorship community, patreon.com/fatdadmc. Head over there. That will get you into that side of things. And like I said, $20 a month, and you will be a rock solid in there. With that, we got the mentorship call that's starting in 22 minutes, so I need to go set up for that. Everybody have a fantabulous Easter weekend. Be safe. I want to see everybody back here on Sunday. I know Easter, isn't one of those crazy holidays, but you never know. Look, we've had a bridge, collapse from a boat hitting it. So be safe. Enjoy your time. Make the most of it, because you never know, when your time's up. So you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.